Staying in El Nido is one of my favorite parts of my recent trip to the Philippines. El Nido is at the north of the island of Palawan, and there are two ways to get there. You can either fly directly into the airport at El Nido, or fly into Puerto Princesa and take a 4-hour van ride to El Nido. I chose the former. To get from the El Nido airport into town, you have to hire a tricycle, which will set you back about 300 to 400 Philippine pesos, or about $5.75. I had booked an Airbnb at Calan Beach, which is one of the central tourist hubs. This is known as the town proper. The actual town proper is a few blocks filled with shops, restaurants, bars, massage parlors, hotels, and cafes. They really cater towards foreigners and offer Italian, Mexican, and even American cuisines. You can also get traditional Filipino food. I stayed at an Airbnb right by Template, which is a great breakfast place. My Airbnb had air conditioning, running water, and a small balcony and wireless internet. My first day there, I checked out some of the local restaurants, explored the town, and walked along the beach. It kind of reminded me of El Tunco, El Salvador, except El Nido has this massive mountain and there are more boats parked along the shore. El Nido is famous for its island hopping tours, which feature snorkeling, beaches, caves, and more. There's tour A, B, C, and D, which all go to different destinations. I chose tour A, and it cost about 1,200 Philippine pesos, or about $22 US. It lasts the entire day, and I highly recommend buying a bag that will keep your stuff dry, as the boat can get a little bit rocky. You should also invest in some good water shoes. I paid to use the ones provided by the tour company, and this company also provided basic snorkeling gear. The islands you'll see are really breathtaking. The water is crisp and blue. It feels like you're finally visiting those destinations you see on Instagram, in travel magazines, or in movies. I highly recommend doing at least one of these tours if you are here. If you've never snorkeled before, this is also a great opportunity to see corals, fish, and all manner of sea creatures. You can use a GoPro to capture all of the underwater activity. I'll also link to the one that I have down below in the description of this video. After making some videos for a new online course that I'm creating, I then returned to El Nido and hung out at Sava Beach Bar for a drink. There are a lot of Westerners from Australia and other places that come here. You can sit back and watch the stars or try to engage in conversation. Other lively bars include Puka Bar and Coco Bar. These are open until around 12 p.m. I also was craving some Thai food, so I ate at Big Bad Thai Bistro, which I also recommend. If you walk around, you'll see tons of different restaurants to choose from. Some days, you might want a more peaceful night. You can always just chill on the beach and listen to the waves or have a nice meal. I enjoyed smoking a cigar on the balcony of my Airbnb. While in El Nido, I also rented a motorbike and went all around the area. It will cost you about 500 Philippine pesos per day, or around $10. That does not include gas, which is actually very inexpensive. I recommend going with a reputable company, as you don't want your motorbike to break down at any point during your trip. I took my motorbike north up to Nakpan Beach, which is about a 40-minute drive. Along the way, you'll see signs for Waterfall Tours, and these aren't terribly expensive. They will assign you a local guide. My guide was very nice and told me all about the Philippines. If you continue along the road to Nakpan Beach, you'll also get to see some of the local towns in the area. You can see crops, workers, and small businesses. Again, this area reminded me a lot of El Salvador. I took the opportunity to film some cool GoPro footage for my course, and then I arrived at Nakpan Beach. And man, I was blown away. It was incredibly beautiful. The water is so clear, and pearly white sands stretch as far as the eye can see. You can also rent a beach chair and umbrella for a small fee, but I'd recommend getting there before noon, as these can go pretty fast. While at the beach, you can relax, go in the water, eat food that's served along the beach. They really have anything that you might want, including cocktails and drinks. This is my favorite beach that I went to on my trip. El Nido has a lot more beaches like Mariposa, Corong, and Las Cabanas, but I didn't get a chance to visit there. You could easily spend a week in the island of Palawan and do something each day. It really depends on how much traveling you want to do. I had so much fun riding my motorbike around that I would go back just to do that. A great way to extend your trip would be to visit the island of Coron, an island to the north of El Nido. You need to take a ferry to get there, and it takes between 5 to 9 hours. The only downside that I saw being in El Nido was that after a while, I kind of wanted to return to civilization. My feet were always dirty, and I was ready to take a normal shower in a place with modern amenities. That being said, you might know that I'm a little bit high maintenance. I hope you enjoyed this review of El Nido and the outline of some of the things you can see and do there. I would totally visit again. Take a second to like this video if you enjoyed the content and subscribe to this YouTube channel for more tips on traveling. Also, if you want to learn how to make money while you travel, I have a great YouTube video out there showing you how to do exactly that. You can learn about some of the strategies out there. You can learn about how literally anyone can do this. I think it's a really practical and really tangible way to get started if you are interested in having more of a online business or living that laptop lifestyle. Thank you so much for tuning into this YouTube video. Again, my name is Salvador Briggman, and I will see you next time.